Alright everybody, welcome to the live stream. It is Friday once again. Hello, yes. So, let's get started then. Hey everyone, JSD Cool here and welcome back to Satisfactory. Now, since the last stream, we have gotten that little bit closer to saving the day. As you can see, we have gotten all 256 AI expansion servers delivered to the space elevator. In fact, we are well overflowing. As you can see, this belt is full of them. Also, you can see Discord's new fancy overlay has turned itself on. That's fun. So you can see that Jared Cole is in the call. He's muted though. I will undeafen here in a moment and see about if he's ready to chat. But also, hello, hi, my hair is a mess. That's fun. It's Friday, anyhow. Also, you can see the game's a bit bugged, as it turns out. I don't think there's been an update or anything. Actually, no, I know there's not been an update because I haven't had to update the server, but certain names on the HUD just aren't rendering. It's fun. Doesn't materially impact gameplay, but still an interesting coincidence nonetheless. So, let's go see. Oh yeah, this whole floor is basically silent right now. Nothing interesting is really going on the power grid there. But yeah, everything is completely backed up here because, yeah. How many awesome tickets do we have since the last stream? Already gotten 300. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. One of the things we've got to do today is sync the extra output of this to keep this production line going. But before that, I'm gonna undeafen here and say hello to Jared Cool. Hello, Jared Cool. The stream is live. If you want to join in on Satisfactory. I actually have no idea if he's there. Regardless. Yeah, so in today's stream, when I was thinking I wanted to do something after we finish that, or do a quick little side mission after that, we finish that production line to make something, but I don't remember what that was. So frankly, it can't have been that important. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna straight up move on to the final thing we have to produce, which is going to be the other direction. The ballistic warp drives. It's kind of a suspicious name if you ask me, but that's what it's called, so. And technically ballistic just refers to the fact that it follows the gravity, or follows a trajectory that is closely tied with gravity. That's technically all that means, but often it's used in the context of missiles and things like that. Also, its shape, its actual shape doesn't really give me any additional confidence that this isn't some sort of warhead or something like that. Anyhow, actually, as you can also see, like right down beneath me here, I have filled out the items for the final milestone that we have to launch the game, and I've kindly waited for this stream to do it. So let's get this final little milestone message from Ada out of the way.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Designer Mark III allows for 20% increased blueprint size in all dimensions, for an overall 71.2% increase in volume. Sadly, I doubt we will see equivalent increases in your efficiency. Yeah,
because I haven't done blueprints. I haven't really done much for blueprints, as I haven't found much that I could make blueprints out of, or really felt like making blueprints. Also, it's probably because the blueprint designers were quite small up to now. But I have a feeling this blueprint designer requires stupid resources. So it's not like we're going to build that right now anyway. Oh yeah. Time to open the drink of the stream today. Actually, this thing has had its fair share of shaking done, so I'm just gonna kind of prepare, make sure I don't get sticky soda everywhere. But if it happens, I want it to happen on a stream. Alright, we're good. Definitely felt some pressure release there. Alright. False alarm. But I did shake it up real good after I got it, so. Well, as I was bringing it back here, I ended up shaking it up real good, because I just put it in my pocket. Anyhow. Right, the ballistic warp drive is a the final project assembly part, and we're going to need to go about making this. So, first I guess we need to plan for making it, and that is why I'm going to bust out good old Satisfactor sheets here. So if you haven't seen it, this is the desktop interface for Satisfactor sheets. This is running locally instead of on a web server. I typically use the web server version as it's a little bit more convenient to access. Instead of having to navigate to the file on my computer and run it, I just open a web browser. But this works just as well, and in some ways I was less lazy when building the alternate recipes list here, as that's another thing. For the first time we're going to be trying to incorporate alternate recipes, which means we're going to have to think logically about, okay, what do we want to do in terms of alternate recipes? Or what do we want in terms of alternate recipes to achieve outputs? So that's what all this is going to be doing. And also, unlike the website version, because I didn't want to put in the effort to this, I could update this in the future, you can search alternate recipes. So if I only wanted things to do with iron, I can search iron here. And these are all the alternate recipes here that have iron in their name. Pretty cool. But anyhow, we want the full recipe of the BALL ballistic warp drive. So actually, I do have the spreadsheet somewhere already, but for convenience, let's just straight up generate this spreadsheet, and I can show you what this looks like to start with. In fact, okay, tip of the day, whatever. The raw resources is more what I'm concerned with right now. Also, additionally, I have taken a little bit of a look at this. One of these resources that this needs is the thermal propulsion rocket, which is another project assembly part, and it needs exactly 1 per minute. And luckily for us, because this was a project assembly part, is this the right floor? No. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Oh yeah, this floor down here. Floor 7. Dang, we've gone up like 4 floors since then. We're already producing one of these per minute, so as far as I am concerned, we should go through the recipe and just set the required number of thermal propulsion rockets to 0. Because we're already producing them, and why build a whole separate production line to produce something we're already producing at this point? So, that is why, here, let me just bring my windows back up. That's why I'm proposing we just manually set that to 0, significantly shrinking the total number of resources that we're going to need. So, you know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to... I'll need to compare this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot of these raw resources, then give me a moment to open up the GIMP here. That sounds weird. No, why? Okay, thanks for start menuing on my other monitor. It's gonna take a moment to start up. Alright. Oh yeah, I was right there. Start menu opened on my other monitor. Alright, go back to the main scene here. Alright. So, we're gonna take this screenshot, paste it into GIMP, so that we can have... actually, we're gonna create a new 1080p image, set the background to transparency. Okay, cool. Gonna take this tiny little thing here. This is actually quite small. But we're gonna have this as... we're gonna take this. This is just an organization thing right now. So, well, so we're gonna say... No... Alt. I could have used the text for this, but I didn't, apparently. Anyhow, this is our baseline, no alternate recipes, resources. Are the number of resources that we're going to be using for no alternate recipes. And so now, I kind of do need that spreadsheet to be able to figure out what exactly we could do to reduce... Okay, I gotta open that back up again. There we go. Alright, so looking at this, set this to 0. 1,000 coal. We definitely can get all these resources. But what do we think is going to be harder? Like, only 720 iron ore. Iron ore is probably the easiest thing for us to get. Copper is at 665. I don't know how much exchange it is, but coal certainly has a lot more than iron. But let's see what recipes are going to be going quite hot here on some of these resources. Dark matter residue, it's best we keep that as is, and this radio control units. You only need 0.4 of them. You know, this is a bit about experimentation is what this is really about. What is this? Moon casing. Here, what alternate recipes are existing for aluminum casing? I mean, wait, hang on. Just do that quickly. If we open the codex, we'll look at aluminum casing. There is one alternate recipe we don't have. That's another thing. We will have to unlock alternate recipes that we choose to use here. So there is an alternate a cladded casing. I don't think that's going to be particularly interesting. That's just swapping normal aluminum ingots for cladded aluminum sheets, I think. So, not going to be too interesting. Copper powder. Wait. What's the copper powder used for? Now I gotta know. Copper. Wait, this thing requires nuclear pasta? Requires half of one per minute. What's the wait? Is nuclear pasta an output component here? No. Singularity cell. Ah, singularity cell. Okay. Why? No. Windows, stop doing things. So, singularity cell does not have an alternate recipe. What about nuclear pasta? It also does not have an alternate recipe. Huh. Because there's no way out of this then. We need a... Yeah, and this doesn't have an alternate recipe either. Okay. We're gonna need that crap ton of copper, because I don't want to build... I don't want to change our current nuclear pasta production to move off to this. Because we do also produce nuclear pasta, but we need like half of a nuclear pasta per minute. I don't feel like diverting one of those is a good idea. Alright. Got that nice music coming on in the background here. Superposition oscillator. Alright, let's find some other stuff down here that we could potentially improve on. It's not too much aluminum. Wonder what... What is... Do we have... I mean, we haven't... Ah, god dang it! Stop doing that! So, copper ingot alloy. I don't... Yeah, we haven't actually unlocked any of those. I wonder if we have that... There's a lot of alternate recipes for copper ingots, though. So... Let's see. Obviously, if we have something in this list already, it would be way easier to just use this. These than do something else, like aluminum, alternate pure aluminum ingot. That might be more advantageous to us. In fact, I'm gonna straight up slot that one in. pure aluminum ingot. Enable that. There. No, I don't want your stupid window snapping right now. And then it just minimized everything on my second monitor. What the heck, Windows? Thanks a lot. I kind of had stuff there that I didn't want to have minimized right now. Like GIMP? Wait. No, that was on my second monitor. It's also very annoying when various applications just decide, you know what? I know you minimized me on your second monitor, but I actually want to be on your main monitor now. I think that was all I had up right now. Not all that I necessarily had up. Anyhow. Continuing here. Ultimate charcoal. What is this? Normal oh, yeah, no, that's not going to be particularly useful. Solid steel ingot. Oh, it's just coal and iron ingots. That's actually a bargain. That's less... gives us... Instead of being like a 1-to-1 with iron stuff, it's actually more. Yes, gives us 150%. Is that it? As much as we would otherwise get? Don't think versatile frameworks are necessary here. Neither of these, I think, are... Actually, yes, so if we did a solid steel ingot as well, that would reduce the amount of coal we need. So... solid steel ingot. Okay. And I'm making multiple changes at once. 2 variations for the turbo motor. I don't think we need turbo motors in this. Oh. That would require turbo fuel, which is an entire detour I don't think we should be going down right now. Turbo fuel package for alternative. Oh yeah, that also requires plastic. Yeah, let's stay away from that. Oh, we do have pure aluminum ingot here. Oh no, pure iron ingot even. Which requires... it just gives us a lot more iron, but it also requires water, which is a pain to get in this factory. As you know, we gotta pipe it in from elsewhere. Combine iron with copper there. What avail? Pure aluminum and solid steel. I don't think we have pure aluminum, unfortunately. Oh no, we do have pure aluminum ingot. Okay. Well, okay, let's just try enabling these 2 things here. Close this, don't save any of those changes. And we'll generate that. That'll overwrite the file that I had generated previously. Which is why I need to close it. Okay, that kind of scared me a little bit. Alright, set thermal propulsion units to 0. And then we... oh, snipping tool. Let's hold that open. Big screenshot. Go back to GIMP here. Paste this in. And then we use the text tool this time to annotate this with the solid steel ingot and pure aluminum ingot. So I'm just going to put that over there. Solid... oh, what is this font? It's not the font I usually use in GIMP, so it must have defaulted to something else. Solid steel ingot. What is this? Okay, hold up. Okay, that was weird. Pure aluminum ingot. I'm definitely going to put a solid background behind this thing. Alright. Here's solid colored background. Alright, yeah! What the heck did I... what? Is the default? Not on the background layer. Yeah, I think that's the default. Nope, that is not. Is it this? God dang it. What is the default brush thing? I actually don't know. Is it this? Hardness? Probably. So... there we go. That'll do. So I don't know what I did there. Okay. So this... okay, so now we can actually compare these resources here. So, except for photonic matter, that's not going to change. Water... the amount of water we need increased. Still less than... wait. Yeah, that's still less than what a single water extractor would do, so that's probably fine. No change in nitrogen. No change in limestone. Coal decreased slightly. Crude oil, no change there. Iron ore decreased slightly as well, actually, though. That's pretty good. Raw quartz also significantly decreased. That's from the aluminum. Copper ore remained the same. So did Sam. Bauxite increased slightly. Interesting. Not a big deal, though. I don't think. Alright. Well, that's our first little revision here. And so we're just going to keep... well, this isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but we're just going to keep doing this sort of thing over and over again until we get something that we're proud of here. Actually, so one of those recipes that I saw here is cheap silica, which takes quartz and limestone to make a bit of silica. Now, if we go to this, how much actual silica do we need here? It's probably going to be like, yeah, the very last thing. Don't even need one thing of it, but that is... wait, no, that's aluminum. That's aluminum solution. Wait, aluminum solution. I thought I turned on cheap. Hang on, what? Thought I had... what? Okay. Yeah, pure aluminum ingot turned on. Oh, it still makes aluminum scrap like that. Wait. Man, now I'm wait. 2 to 1. Wait, what is the normal aluminum recipe? Now I'm confused. Oh, right, that requires silica usually. Yeah. And it's like a 6 to 4. So 3. Oh, wait. Yeah, 3 to 2 recipe versus this is just straight 2 to 1, which is actually a better ratio. And it doesn't require any silica, so... okay, yeah, no, that is a pure, that is an improvement. Does supposedly require more... okay. Now, so we want to get rid of scrap. Let me just look up all the scrap-related... okay. These are the only scrap-related recipes we have here. I don't think either of these are particularly good. This does cut out the middleman, but it requires sulfuric acid and water. And it does all. It also outputs a bunch of water. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be 300. We would only need like one of these machines, though. We would not need very much sulfuric acid, but that is another resource that I don't really feel like we should go and try doing. So I think what we got is probably fine. We already chose a different steel ingot. Yeah, compacted coal is not a good idea. So that also adds sulfur as a component. Anyhow, we're going to look at silica. How much of it are we using? And... oh, right, no. We're just outputting like 44 of that per minute because we're no longer consuming it in the aluminum step. That's okay. We can send that to the awesome sink. Easy enough to get rid of. But we're not consuming. Where does that quartz being used for then? Where's? Oh, right. Crystal oscillators. Do we have an alternate recipe ready for that? Coated cables. Yeah, that doesn't seem very useful. No, we don't. Fine concrete, though. Oh, actually. Because, okay, wait, how much concrete is necessary here? Okay, we do have encased industrial beams. We could look at an alternate for that. Oh, and the singularity. Oh, wow. Singularity. Okay, that needs, like, a bunch of limestone there. We need, because, yeah, we need, like, 115 concrete. Wait, what? Really? That's it? Okay, 115 concrete per minute. That's like 7 machines of this. But each of these is putting out 15 per minute. So, if we choose fine concrete, here, okay. Go fine concrete. Then we should be able to reduce the amount of concrete that we are going to need there. Actually, what is this alternate for encased industrial beams? These pipes instead of beams. Okay, so encased industrial pipe. We'll also try that one. Encased industrial pipe. Alright, then we'll generate this one and see how this compares. Generate. Open that spreadsheet up. Set the thermal propulsion rockets to 0. And you know the drill by now. We should know the drill by now. We do this. Take a screenshot of the raw resource totals. Oh, I clicked on OBS. Look at that. Just go straight up, plopping this into... Wait. No, okay, I just made the image smaller. I was like, wait, did we lose a resource there? No, okay. Everything is fine. And then we'll annotate this with its, yeah, then we'll quickly go annotate this with its... with the various alternate recipes it has. Actually, here, let's copy that first. That way I can just paste those in. Color black. And okay, we have. Oh, right, that's how it does stuff. So fine concrete and encased industrial pipes. So fine concrete and wow, an even longer recipe name than the aluminum one, and I thought that was going to be long. All right, then we go back to this. Give it a background that makes this actually possible to read. What? Why? Okay, this font is weird. Adding a background makes the font thinner and less bold. Anyhow. Alright, now that we can properly compare, let's see. From our last recipe, how have our resource inputs changed? I don't think SAM is going to change all that much, although we could try to look for things that'll reduce that. So, same amount of water, same amount of nitrogen. Oh, wow. Way down there on the limestone. Coal has actually reduced. That's good. Shrunk the coal a little bit. Got same crude oil. Slightly more iron. Actually, no. 5 less iron ore per minute. Reduced the amount of raw quartz. That's good. That's good. Everything else is the same. Okay, so those were less impactful, but overall pretty good. Okay. Making progress here. I don't know what my goal is, but we're making progress here. You can get out of here as well. Alright. Now, do we have any alternate recipes for steel pipes on here? Yeah, we have iron pipes. That seems like it's going to use a lot more iron than it would on steel. 20 ingots, 5 pipes. To 3 to 2. I think this is a better deal. Honestly, I think this is a better deal. I mean, a little bit of coal is worth the increased amount of iron that we're going to have to use. That seems like a pain. I'm not going to bother with that. Just trying to see if we can get the most out of our various alternate recipes here. Just thinking. I should update satisfactor sheets so that for alternate recipes, it'll like put in like a cell beneath the recipe what alternate recipe it is. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there, and that's something that wouldn't require a front-end change at all. Oh, that's a minor convenience change. What is this change? I don't think that's a worthwhile change for the radio control unit there. We have do we, by some misfortunate turn of events, have supercomputers on here? Superposition oscillators. No supercomputer. What about just general computers? We do have general computers in here. What about encased in or heavy modular frames? We do have heavy modular frames. Oh, we even have fused modular frames in here. Not many, but we do have them. Alright. Would this be worth it, though? No, because this requires fuel. Heck no. Fused modular frames already take the aluminum casing and nitrogen. Well, okay, I guess we're gonna be making nitric. No, wait, that's just nitrogen gas, not nitric. Nitric gas is a whole other step, as you can see. Plus, it then takes fuel instead of just nitrogen gas and aluminum casing. Yeah, that's actually a lot more effort. Okay. So. Yeah, heavy modular frames. What is this alternate recipe that we've got? So this would move us more towards steel pipes. Wait. Oh, it's just screws instead of concrete? Is that what it is? Wait. Yeah, so or concrete instead of screws, sorry. Right, so the default recipe, I'm just looking at the recipe on my other monitor here, takes 10 modular frames per minute, and said this, actually this doesn't, or wow, this is a very specific amount per minute. Okay, good thing I didn't select that. Okay, here's the thing. So, because 2.8 per minute versus the 2 per minute, that's slightly more. We don't need that many per minute. Oh, these numbers are horrible. Oh no! 9.3 encased industrial beams per minute. That is slightly less than actually, that's for one craft. That's less than we actually have now in 10 industrial beams per minute. Actually, no, wait, no, never mind. We need 2.5 industrial beams per minute right now. We do need 60 screws per minute, and this would only be like 20 concrete per minute. At most, and it's going to need to be less than that, so... Okay, wait. Steel pipe. This thing actually does use less steel pipe. So you know what? Let's say heavy encased frames. Let's enable that... Heavy encased frames. Alright. What else do we got here? We actually do have heat sinks. I don't think we have an alternate recipe that is directly for the heat sinks. Oh no, we do. We have heat exchanger. We're already going to need a bit of plastic here, so... A bit of rubber might not be... What is the current heatsink recipe? Currently it takes a clad aluminum sheets and copper ingots. Really? Or copper sheets. No, wait, never mind. We don't actually need that. Because that was only used for the thermal propulsion rocket, which we're not making. So disregard that. Alright. Yeah, a lot of these cells are going to be quite redundant, so we're going to have to go make sure to mark the ones that we... Ah! Thought I mitigated this. Min of... Wait. Yeah. That is actually going to affect our... Why did that not work? Yeah. Yeah, why didn't that work? What? That's kind of annoying. This is going to affect our quartz calculation. Why is Silica even on this list? Thought we didn't. Wait, hang on. Oh, right. We changed to the fine concrete, which requires silica. Okay. Well, I'm gonna... Wait, why didn't that work? It should have worked. Number 1, number 2... Why is that not going to... Okay, I'm having an Excel moment. Minimum of... Oh, wait, hang on. Never mind. I want the max of that and 0. I thought I did a thing, though, where... Whatever. I could have sworn I added a thing to the spreadsheet so that it will automatically compute that to 0 if it goes negative. Or automatically determine that should be 0 when it goes negative. So yeah, our quartz rating for the previous one might be wrong. That's fine. We don't actually need very much plastic at all, actually. That's good. Chunk of these don't have much. Yeah, unfortunately the... Oh, we do need... Oh yeah, radio control music. That's what fuse modular frames are for, that's right. Making sure nothing else is going negative here. So I'll have to remember to modify that. Oh, we need cooling systems for this? This thing requires a... Yeah. No, wait, we don't, because it's 0. Haha. Like, the turbo motor, it's 0. Duh. There's not actually too much here left that I can optimize. Alright. Well, what did I add? Heavy encased frames? Yeah. There is diamonds, which is the bulk of the coal, but our alternate diamond recipe, which is this one, it requires turbo fuel, which would significantly increase what our supply chain is, and I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that would be a good idea. So, you know, I think for now, unless Jared E. Cole wants to come and try doing this better, I think for now we'll just add heavy encased frames. See how that affects our output, and work from there. Oh. Go find silica, because that's going to be negative. Yeah, just manualize that to 0 as well. Alright. And then we get our little screenshot here. Now, I will say I am definitely new to doing alternate recipes. So I could have been doing something way, way wrong here, but this feels like this has worked out. So oh. And then the recipe that the alternate that we had was heavy encased frame. Heavy encased frame. Okay. So how did this affect our resources? We went from... We lost like 0.6 limestone per minute. Wow. Coal decreased. Actually, that's a significant decrease in the amount of coal usage. Well, that's 9 coal. Crude oil remained the same. Iron ore actually decreased. Significant. Oh, that's a significant amount. Oh, that's good. That's good. Rock quartz increased. This is inaccurate here. I don't think rock quartz actually changed at all. So here, give me layer, name it, whatever. I don't care. Put it on top, and then we'll so rock quartz. Just do that. Pretty sure this should be 75 here as well. It was just. It was just being incorrect because I hadn't realized my mistake yet at that point. Or I hadn't realized that the thing messed up at that point. Or actually, no, this can be a bit smaller. Alright. Okay, so that's 75 rock quartz on both of those. And everything else is basically the same. Alright. What is the SAM being used in? I do not remember. Let's go find SAM. So, okay. Right, the dark matter residue. Not much we can do about that, because the only alternate... Wait, what is the dark matter residue being used for? I'm pretty sure... Oh, directly going into the singularity. Oh, and of course the dark matter crystals. Of course! But of course. Wait, hang on. Let's go back to satisfactory here. Does... Oh, no. Yeah, there's no alternate recipe that realistically exists for this that isn't just something else. And of course, dark matter crystal... there is another alternate recipe for dark matter crystals. Regardless, I think it's just an alternate recipe for something else that we haven't unlocked yet. So I think this is going to be our final spreadsheet here. Let's pretty it up a little bit by getting rid of things that are relevant because they're related to thermal propulsion rockets. So that can get, first of all, knocked down in green. Everything else that's related to that directly gets knocked out in yellow, I'll say. Chunks of resources that are completely irrelevant, like rubber, heat sinks, silica, of course, it's completely irrelevant here. Because, yeah, we don't need that. Rotors and stators, unnecessary. Okay, there's a decent chunk of things that are actually necessary there. Alright, so save this thing. Actually, let me... Okay. Do a bit more formatting stuff, like making these cells the right size. I believe I could have technically in the code made the cells any size I want, but I have no way of knowing how actually long the text is going to be. I could figure it out, but I feel like that is something that could just change at any point. Alright, new confusion cube. Actually, and I think all the alternate recipes that I've so far set into action for this, we already have access to as well. Or can have access to, so that actually makes it even better. And I'm not willing to screw around trying to find additional ones, so actually, how much spare oil is there available on the AI expansion servers? How much spare oil is there in the AI expansion server system? Because I know that. Well, I feel like we didn't entirely use that up all the oil, as that sounds physically impossible to have exactly as much oil pumped in as we could have. Or as we needed. So I can look up how much oil that had and then see, okay, how much can we peel off of that? Or could we use extra oil from that? Because I don't think the plastic on this required all that much. Actually, we should compare our current resource consumption to the original no alternates resource consumption. We'll do that once I get all these cells like marked or resized here. Alright. There we go. Alright. So, bring GIMP back up here. So. Alright, so excited photonic matter hasn't changed. Water has increased slightly. Nitrogen gas has remained the same. Limestone has decreased significantly from the original. Okay. Coal has decreased a fair amount. It's actually decreased each time. That's pretty good. Crude oil remained the same. Iron ore has dropped a fair amount. Quartz dropped a bit. Copper ore has not changed. SAM and bauxite, or SAM has remained the same. Bauxite has increased slightly even. Actually, just want to make sure we didn't have any copper alternates in here, did we? No, we didn't. Okay, it's too much effort to go figure out the alternate copper recipes. Alright. Alright, so now that we got all those things resized, I'm going to go find all the recipes that we've changed here. So, heavy modular frames. This is heavy encased frames. Heavy frames. Encased industrial beams. Encased. Why is this cell so freaking wide? Encased IND industrial PI pipe. Encased industrial pipe. Fine. So concrete. Oh, I didn't even expand this one properly. Fine. CR each. Solid steel ingot. Solid steel ingot. And pure aluminum. So, well, aluminum casing ingot. So this is pure aluminum. That's probably not how it's spelled, but whatever. Okay. And that's all 5 alternate recipes. Only 5 alternate recipes, and that's a significant difference in the number of resources required. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through... Really, concrete was that far up. I'm just going to put text there that says alt and put that in orange. Wow, it automatically made the text white. Just to make it a little bit more obvious when we're building it that should be an alternate recipe there. Then I'm going to go accept the alternate recipes that we need for this. Alright. Cool, alright. Alright, I will send that recipe over to Jaredy Cool in a moment here, but for now, I think it's time that we actually get doing stuff in game. Like, confirming the alternate recipes or not. So we want the heavy modular wait. I didn't even see this one. I've already done all that work in the spreadsheet. I don't want to have to redo it. We're just going to skip that for now. So we're going to select that. Okay, there's the encased industrial pipe. That one. Fine concrete. Solid steel ingot. Where is it? Unless I accidentally fucked myself by accepting something else that had solid steel on it. Up there it is, never mind. I was worried for a second that, wait, shit, did I see? And then pure aluminum. Alright. That's all the alternate recipes we're gonna need for this thing here. And actually, I'm gonna quickly go take a bathroom break before we get started building, so I will be right back. Alright. First things first, oil. We need to check how much spare oil we have available to us. Currently, this is going to require 48 crude oil. Here, I will open up this previous spreadsheet. And that used 1,008 crude oil. And then we'll do some math here to figure out how much oil that had. So that was impure, that was... So in total that has 1,320 oil. Yeah, no, there's some spare oil there. So okay, in that case, plastic production-wise, juggling spreadsheets here, we need 2 refineries, and then that's an extra 16 heavy oil residue. That might be. So what I'm thinking, hence my going this direction, is we just build onto this factory, because this is where we already have. Oh, I haven't finished this. We already have all these machines to make plastic here. We already have them all here. And, what, this thing... It's 36 per minute. At 60%. Could this deal with 16 more per minute? So 36... be 52, which I think I'd require an overclock for that much, right? No, wait, actually, no, wait, yeah, no, this could deal with that extra heavy oil residue. Cool. So all we would need to do is just come down here and add a couple extra refineries down here. I don't think these pipes ever cross over, but they both got spare on them, right? So, do I ever have the pipes exchange? Because if I have them exchange, it doesn't actually matter. Oh, is Jaredy Cool about to be joining us here? Is that what I just saw? Oh no, I do have the crossover. Okay, it doesn't actually matter. Yay! You can just bolt on 2 more refineries down here, and then we'll have our plastic production done. Easy. Wait, hey. No, Jaredy Cool's not joining us. When? Anyhow. That requires me taking down this wall now. So, guess we gotta take down the wall. Let's see. Oh, these are full foundations. Considering that this one pipe is right here, I say we just take this pipe. And we just feed off of this pipe. Now, I don't entirely know how I'm gonna get the heavy oil residue in here. So we kind of have this thing where the pipes, they just like start stacking on top of each other to get back in here. Except for this one, which was all the way at the end here, so we just built like a separate pipe for it. We will need to feed into that pipe, so we'll figure that one out. So why are these all full? I mean, I guess they do have to pump uphill. Like what? Oh yeah, okay, at this point they're not full. Alright, let's see. I see how it is. I see how it is. Right, because they get layered on top of each other and all. Whatever. Alright, do I have... Yes, I technically do have the resources to build this. I will build one of these each side, I guess. And then between the two, we can, I guess... what is it? It's 1.6, which is 80% each? .6 divided by 2. Yes, 80% each. So we'll set these to plastic, 80%, and plastic, 80%. Did I downclock? Hang on, now I want to think. Did I downclock one of these generators over here? Because I may have. So why the heck did I do that? And I also would not know which generator it would be. It's this one, and I did downclock it. So if necessary, I'll just upclock that if stuff starts hitting the fan here, which it might. But it also probably won't, so. Alright, so... Alright, just... So, we're gonna... that there. Ah! Dude, this is a tier 2 pipe. I don't think it's using full tier 2 pipeness here. So stupid how the Thankfully in the next update they're adding new modes for pipes and belts, so who knows when that's gonna come out. On I know it's going into experimental on April 1st, but like I don't know when it's going out of experimental. And I don't want to update the server to an experimental because that's actually a pain in the butt, because instead of this tree doesn't exist. Does this part of the tree exist? Huh. I feel lied to. Anyhow. Yeah, I guess I could pop the pipes beneath this for a hot second, so I'll do that for now. Pipeline 4 and alright, let's see. I don't know what these pumps are pumping, considering there's no additional fluid flowing into the system. But I guess if it's working, I won't question it. Actually, no, never mind, I'm questioning it. What the heck are you pumping? Really? Okay, no, it doesn't work. Okay, now we just run a pipe underneath this entire thing, and well, I guess we gotta connect the pipes at the end here. Then we just gotta figure out how the belt's getting out of here. That is probably a bigger challenge. Just stand on a power tower to do this. That's fun. And yo! Oh. No, I don't know what that was about. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta feed these things power. That is their output hooked up, theoretically. Or their waste output hooked up. Oh yeah, I gotta up-clock that one. That one down this way. Dun, 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 dun. You. But upclock you to 52. items in per minute. 52, 51. No. Fix. Ah, dang it, it's gonna be... There it is. Precisely! Alright. But yeah, I'm gonna need a separate out belt to export the tiny bit of plastic that these machines are gonna be producing here. So, you know what, we'll go around that way, I guess. That there. How much plastic is this? 32 plastic per minute? Great. Yeah, actually, we'll go along the outside of the factory here. And... What the heck? Bug much? It did kind of jump scare me a little bit. Like, whoa, who's shooting at me? No one else should be here. Though I was shooting at me. Somehow. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Easiest resource we're gonna have on this production line is plastic. How about that? For the most part, I think I'm gonna worry about actually acquiring the raw resources later on, because for the last production line we went get the raw resources first, and then while JRD will build the factory, and then build the factory ourselves. I'm gonna try doing it differently this time. Yeah, and then we throw it on top of this. Ow. Wait. No, is that not able to make that? Oh, because it's in straight mode. Alright, let's go stack these conveyors. And then, yeah, we'll probably be fine over this way. Excuse me. Wow, that's where this went in before. And look where the top of the factory is now. Dang, okay, it's gonna have to go all the way up there. That's another thing. Getting the resources into the factory this time, well, most of them are gonna come in by train, so... You know, we'll have to do something out back there to actually make it easier to elevate the resources to where they're needed. But, dang, this factory is getting tall. I can definitely say that this is hands down the tallest factory I've ever built in this game. So yeah, there's that. Just in time for them to add elevators in the update that comes out after we finish the game. But hey, next playthrough we'll have elevators available to us to do something different with. To be fair, I don't even know how I'd integrate elevators into this build, considering how just of a mess. Like, obviously you would think, okay, goes around the space elevator here, but there's so many belts going around here and stuff that it's like, where though? Also, these catwalks around the outside, they don't help. I mean, I would think that maybe that corner back there would be a good corner for the elevator, but then again, we'd also have to make a stop on every floor and figure out how to, you know, allow that to go in. Even then, actually, this corner might not be a good idea because this, due to these belts here, juts out into the corner. Yeah, that's a bit of a pickle, actually. So right here, we'll... Wow, we actually could have put that in the same spot. Dang, we went up so far in the building of that last production line that it was over the length that a single conveyor lift can cover. That's ridiculous. Hopefully this one will be a bit less, as the resources do currently look like they're not going to be as bad. I say currently because that might change. Wait, is the plastic on this belt? I mean, I know it's a tier 1 belt, so it's slow, but wait, did I miss something somewhere? If not, then, I'll call that done. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just a tier 1 belt. Alright, that is plastic done, which is, quite frankly, amazing. Mark that as not just the cell that says plastic, but the whole thing. Alright, that's the first thing of our new spreadsheet completely finished. Let's go. Okay, I said this at the beginning of the stream, and I completely forgot about this until now. Let's go. Let's go dump the overflow of the AI expansion server into the Awesome Sink. Get that production line moving. Use excess power unnecessarily, I guess you could say. Because we all about that. Yes, we're all about that. Oh gosh, I have a lot of... Here, before I do that though, I'm going to clean up my second monitor here. There's a lot of things over OBS, which isn't the best situation to be in. Alright. Up to here. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna need to put a smart splitter, logistics. Oh, I actually have the resources, heck yeah. And gonna have to merge it onto that belt right there. So we'll say, I think I'm just about to kick this production line into gear here, just by modifying that belt. Not what I honestly expected to put the production line into action, but that works. Alright. Did I end up with an AI expansion server in my inventory, or did it just delete something? Or no, I guess there's technically an inventory in the splitter. Okay. This thing's about to kick on soon. But yeah, actually just want to see how high the points per minute get here. This is actually a very consistent wave here, oscillating between 2,000,000 and 300,000 points per minute. I want to see how far that spikes when we start flushing 60 AI expansion servers per minute in. And of course we can divide by 60 to get how much each AI expansion server is theoretically worth. Actually, of course we'll have these other numbers actually. Well, so we'll subtract off, I guess, 2,000,000 points, and so to get an approximate value of these things. All right. So I think every minute is when this updates. It looks like they're worth a lot though. Not that it makes a dent in this. Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 figures. These things are worth tens of millions of points each. Actually, I guess I won't be able to perfectly math, as they didn't go in at the very start of the minute, and there was also a dark matter crystal right there. Which definitely changes the numbers a bit. Look at that! 26 million points per minute! Considering each one of them is worth like... Actually, they're not each worth like 10 million. They're worth like... There, let's... Oh. Oh, I can't tell. Okay, well, we're done putting them in. They are worth a few million each, actually. I'll say that, then. That's what it looks like. They're worth a few million each. Oh, there's one going in. Yeah, they're worth like 5 million each. Alright, well, that's a cool spike on the graph there. And then we're gonna get about 4 per minute, so... Right? Yeah, we're gonna be creating 4 of those per minute. Alright, now that that's been kicked off forever, and we're gonna have 4 of light beams just going up through our factory. There's actually probably gonna be more. Alright, let's see. What is next? Or what is, I guess, realistically actually first on our list to do here? Alright. Yeah, I guess aluminum. Aluminum's a good candidate. That's a fair amount of silica. Now, we are going to have to push off a lot of that silica to go towards another recipe that actually takes silica now. But that's fine, because this is free silica. And any extra, just overflow, we dump that into the awesome sink. No questions asked. But yeah, that is gonna be 100 and... Okay, something else produces water. That's right. What produces water in here? This. Yeah, so we're gonna need an amount of water per minute. Well, we'll go through the aluminum... Oh, I just tried to press escape to go back to the game. Okay. So over here... Where the reason... Actually, first I'm actually gonna work on getting some... allowing resources from down here to come up here, because... Come down here... Oh. Oh, I was meant to use my jetpack there, but I guess I got trapped in a menu. Yep, turn on the light. Yeah, we got these belts here, and we're gonna be bringing in a fair few of these. So we're gonna need to be able to get them up to the top. That's kind of annoying here. Yes, we're gonna need to build up a thing on the outside to allow the belts to go up. But I'm gonna have to do that off camera because as I've gotten a notification that the WAN show started, I'm gonna have to say actually a relatively long Friday stream for once. So yeah. With that, I guess I'll say thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like on the stream on your way out and subscribe. Progress has been made. Things are good. We'll be back Sunday for more production line making. And yeah, check out my game, linked in the description. And I will see you all in the next Satisfactory live stream.